Declare this meeting come to order, that we have a quorum. Ask Miss Jinto, she would say a prayer for everybody.
Father, I just want to thank you for this day and just thank you for the protection of the storms. I do ask that you will send rain upon our area. I pray the Lord for this meeting, that your will be done, the wisdom will be done, that we need, dear Lord. Let us pay attention. I ask during budget time that you will lead us all, dear Lord, in the right way that we need to go and the direction that will be pleasing to you. And I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, consent agenda.
We have Commissioner Raines absent. And then the minutes of the regular meeting of 5/13. Do have a personnel report. I have several certification of additional revenues. I have amendment changes by fund. I have no investment report.
It's attached to your April report.
Okay. So, and then the auditor treasurer's report, I do have April 2024 that has a treasurer's affidavit, and then the unreconciled May 22nd, 2024. The departmental financial reports have district clerk and DMV. I have bills, claims, and accounts presented. I have cybersecurity certificates for Chris Cundiff, Basil Cantrell, Megan Brown, Tina Price. I have no purchase and acknowledgments presented.
Okay. John, do you have anything?
Personnel report, no new hires, no terminations. Christina's going to help me. The financial report for April. Just go over it briefly. The first report is the combined statement of cash receipts and disbursements. The next to the last column has the actual ending balance for the general ledger balances. General fund had $5,430,260.19. Road and Bridge, $805,502.21. ARPA, $523,737.09. Second page, the actual ending balance of all the accounts was $11,770,734.38. And you have a very large combined statement of revenue expenses by fund. I think it says 38 pages. I don't know. I can't read that.
Which one are you on?
The second report on that combined statement of revenue and expenses.
Mm-hmm.
I think it says 38. I don't have the original, so I can't read that very well. I think that's 38. Something like that.
Yes, 38.
There's one with 138 on it.
And
That's the
then
one.
it had one of 38. It had 38 pages.
No, it had 138. One of these.
Okay, that's probably the grand total.
Okay.
Then the combined statement of revenue expenses. There's for adult and juvenile, and for the other funds, all the special funds. It's very long. I'm sorry. When we get to the end of that, which is very long, I do not know how many pages that is. Then you have the report folio from First Financial Bank. On page 2, the pledged market value of our funds on deposit was $13,214,528.43, which is just sufficient to cover our funds on deposit. Then we have a pledged security listing for Prosperity Bank, the market value of $116,508.64. Then we have an interest report. It shows through April last year and through April of this year. On the last page, for fiscal year 23 through April, so it was October through April of last year, we earned $121,900.18. This year, from October through April, we earned $251,425.47 of interest.
Good deal.
Then we have the scheduled lease payments for, I believe it's all road and bridge equipment, Caterpillars and a roller. And we have the spreadsheet and affidavit for the month ending bank account totals as of April 30th, 2024. The amount of cash and assets in the custody of my office was $10,653,124.27.
You got a little office. I don't know what all that means.
I don't either. I have a little lease safe too. That's not very big. And then the investment report. Nothing has changed from last month. We have the 3 CDs at First Financial Bank, 1 at Schertz, 1 at Texas Bank, 1 at Prosperity Bank, the money market at Wichita Falls, First National Bank, Texas Class, Tex Pool Prime, Tex Pool, and then a Texas Class for ARPA. The report is made in accordance with the provisions of Government Code 2256, the Public Funds Investment Act. The investments held in the Eastland County portfolio comply with the Public Funds Investment Act and with the county's investment policies and strategies. Does anybody have any questions? Did you get a signed one of these?
I don't believe so.
I didn't think so.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Or some, when y'all gonna go over this?
That would be not me.
All right.
That would be Sonia. The which one is that?
The foreign cost.
Budget amendment request.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see the thing. What is it? Oh, this is for the capital murder case.
This one's the capital murder case. Moving $100,000 for capital murder case and $4,000 for foreign court costs. I don't have information on that. What was it?
I don't have a note on it.
Looks like I had that on me.
Yes, it's back.
That's additional one. Okay. I don't think this is a much.
You have it tagged for amendment changes by fund.
And I don't have it. It's not in here.
It's not in that one or that one. No, that's just a monthly report.
Can we just make a copy of that one? Or?
She has it dated today, so we can.
She should have it. Where are your reports that she wants signed?
They're right here.
They're over
You
there.
have them? So it's probably in that stack.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So $4,000. She is moving from what is 695?
I will.
Okay.
She says.
We're moving from 695 to 645. I don't know the accounts anymore. $438 is, oh, she's got it mixed up. Sorry. She's moving from foreign court costs
Two other.
Yeah, she's got them mixed up here, sorry. So that one is other She's increasing other and taking it out of court costs. She's increasing other in the, which budget is that? 695.
What is that? That is, is that district? No?
Sorry, I don't do these. These are not my side of the hall. I don't have anything.
I'm looking, I have no notes on this at all.
I don't know. She didn't include. This is attorney fees in capital murder case. It's both for attorney fees in the capital murder case. She's just moving money around from. I think this is
Oh,
district
it was just a
court.
budget amendment request, okay.
Yeah. It's just to cover the attorney fees in the capital murder case. Which we're still paying for. I think we have some in this one.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have that information.
So yeah,
That's all
so
I
there's two amendments, moving $4,000 from foreign court costs to the other account, and the other one is moving $100,000 from attorney fees to attorney fees capital case. So that's the best. We all can.
All right. Anything else?
I don't believe so. Is that it?
Okay. Any questions from the commissioners?
No.
And entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Maxwell,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
You're welcome.
Ronnie, since Robert's gone, are you going to sign all his stuff?
Yes, sir. Just don't read what he writes. All you gotta do is scribble.
That's exactly right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lord knows.
This one is the reddest.
I just wanted to come back and go,
Sorry.
how did all my money get moved out of?
I don't know what she means. So
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, he's probably watching if he's not driving.
You in the middle of that storm up there. Oh, man.
I bet that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, the darn weather's all over the place on what's supposed to be
Thank you, Christina.
thank you.
supposed to be happening tonight
Yeah.
or this evening, whatever that's supposed to happen. I mean, are we looking at getting? We're talking about more severe weather.
Thank you.
Shoot me, what are those?
The rest of it.
Are these the different ones?
No, they're just part of the packet. I split them between us.
Are these the ones?
No.
I know you approved that already. We have it on. Can I add one more set of bills,
No.
please?
We love you, but
That's yours. This is to reimburse the, just a copy for y'all. The deputies who paid for fuel this weekend.
it's just when the com data did not work.
Correct.
Do we know why the com data wouldn't work?
They didn't apply the payment properly, but we've got that fixed this morning. Or getting it fixed this morning.
They didn't apply it properly.
It didn't get applied properly at Comdata. But we're getting it fixed, and Loretta's office is working diligently to get a new card system. So the Comdata would be used for fuel only, and the new card system would be worked for everything else. They're working diligently on that.
Right, so y'all are saying we didn't get paid for it properly is what you're saying?
It did not get paid properly. Yes, it was not applied properly. So
Yeah.
So do y'all want to make a motion on these additional ones?
Motion.
it's just one. Yeah.
Motion by Mr. Maxwell, second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign.
It's the same one. It's just one for you and one for
So,
Loretta.
and I know Sonia's filling in for Loretta and stuff, but the,
Please.
Oh. Then you just need one. Yeah.
Oh, was this already passed away? Oh, never mind, Judge.
I don't need that.
Yeah, I need one. Yeah, just one more.
So what about O'Reilly's?
Does every
I
office
didn't know you
in
needed
this
to
building
separate
need an
it.
original copy of everything? Because, just out of curiosity,
Original copy of what?
whatever we're signing,
It's just
we can't just make
This
copies
is-
of one
I
sign?
have a copy. Loretta wants originals and Kathy has to have originals.
Why
So
does
they're
Loretta need originals for Miss Sonia?
I've always done copies. But
I don't
Yeah, the auditors, it's a document that was provided, and then we provide it to the auditors. It's just, that's what she requests.
Well, at the risk of being that guy, I mean, you can use the best evidence rule in the criminal case says this is a Xerox
Yeah.
copy of that. So,
You can ask Loretta. You'll have to talk to her when she gets back. I don't know.
okay.
That's just, she just requests it.
no, we haven't even got to Loretta's over here, so we'll do that later.
Yeah.
Except for that one.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize you hadn't
That's
sent hers
okay.
around yet.
Thank you.
So anyway, going back to the ComData deal. So the ComData, okay, we got that resolved and stuff. But what's the solution on this? What are we talking about?
Loretta's
on the
office
ComData?
is looking for a new card diligently. The Comdata card is only going to be used for fuel, for nothing else. No hotel reservations, no office supplies, or anything like that. The new card will be for those
Okay,
purchases.
like that would be good.
Because
But-
we've spent over $20,000 this month. Our credit limit is $20,000.
Okay, but is that going to solve the problem of an employee going up there and
There won't be 20. If you don't have all the extra stuff on the card,
Uh-huh.
then there should not be $20,000 a month charged to the credit card.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying if there's not if there's an issue with the deputies having to, or the commissioners or whoever having to use their own funds to pay for a transaction at the station, how is that moving that over?
They shouldn't have to. We shouldn't reach our $20,000 limit if things other than fuel are not being put on the credit card.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, so you're saying that because we probably hit our limit, it wasn't brought in.
We
Correct.
did hit our limit.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're saying that's why there was an issue with the deputies not being able
Yes,
to conduct their
correct.
deal. Well, okay.
That
I'm not
explains
an
why.
accounting guy, but could we raise our limit?
We did last year.
We did last year. And then we've been putting more on the card.
Yeah, I think we need to get. I think that probably just needs to be a fuel card. I think that's a good
Yes,
idea.
that's the intent, is to get a card that is for anything else but fuel. And this will be for fuel.
It's harder for when people make reservations for the hotels, they use the card, but then we want them to take a check. Well, it's getting harder to take a check. People are used to taking the card, and the hotels are not liking checks.
Some of them are
So
not.
we're trying to get that changed.
Well, it depends on your association.
Right.
When they contract with the hotel, if they put in that to accept checks, then the hotel will accept checks.
Huh.
My association does.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get that working, because I don't want to see. That's crazy that we've got employees going around having to pull money out of their pocket. Okay, we're on burn ban. My recommendation, with the consent of y'all, is to leave it off, since we're potentially going to have more weather coming in. That okay?
Yes, sir.
Emergency amendments. I didn't see any.
I don't think we have any that I know of. I
Okay.
don't have any notes on it.
All right. Discuss and consider approval of additional costs for computer from JP Technology Fund. Judge Glenn.
Pardon me if I'm brain fog,
Bless
but
you.
pardon me if I'm brain fog, but I've been up since 3. I received an email from Miss Sonia with the new computer we had installed. It went 138.48 over what we were
Approved.
approved for.
Okay.
So we just need to get an additional approval for this 138 to cover the cost.
138 what?
138, 38?
48. Is what she said.
48, sorry.
I make the motion.
All right. Motion by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Maxwell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Done.
Thank you.
You're good to go. D. Court to choose the composition of the 2024 Salary Grievance Committee. Ms. Gento.
Yes, I'm trying to get a head start on formation of the Salary Grievance Committee. First, the court needs to tell me how they would wish to form the committee. And in Local Government Code 152.014, in each county there is a Salary Grievance Committee composed of a county judge and the sheriff, tax assessor, collector, treasurer, county clerk, district clerk, county attorney or criminal district attorney, and the number of public members necessary to provide non-voting members or non-public members if the Commissioners Court votes to have non-public members. So I need to know if you want to go with the standard setup, 6 elected, 3 public, or non-public.
Haven't we done the public time?
You have been.
Yeah.
And last year we would have had to, if we would have had a grievance, we would have had a problem because we didn't have anyone enough to form the committee, because grand jurors, they're held over an extra 6 months. They don't pull as many or whatever. So
So what did we do last time, man?
non-public.
This is the public.
Just the non-public?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm open to whatever.
Years ago we did the 6 and the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then for the last probably 5-6 years we've been doing the non-public. Might have been longer than that.
That's kind of what you recommend,
I don't recommend anyone.
No.
I can't.
So 6 elected,
Uh-huh.
3 public, or 9 public.
Correct. And it's very hard to get public, especially now since COVID and the grand jury changed up the formation. And I can tell you how many we've got that Wendy gave me. We got 12 to choose from, public members. So they all have to agree to join in writing.
Okay, so if they,
So if we have
so
11 say no, then they don't want to serve, then
so then we got to come back and redo it.
and the
I
time,
said let's just go ahead and go with the 9 out of the 12 would be my recommendation. And you, Andy,
non-public members,
yeah.
I get that a vote.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Crenshaw. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
And so now we draw those 9.
You get to draw those. We're going to draw all of them because what I usually do, don't have to come back to the court. Then we draw all of them, and I notify all of them in the first 9, and then we do some alternates.
Outstanding. So that's done.
No, well, yeah, that part is.
You got it wrong.
The law is very clear. The county judge shall draw.
Very
So-
clear.
So that is on the next line item. You ready?
Yeah.
Call the name and I'll mark them.
Anthony Troy Biggs.
Oh, can I have them?
I've got a
I gotta remember them.
Austin Ray Holt. Amy Lee Hopkin. Patricia Willem. Carol Lynn Stevens. Rex Lewis Fields. Megan Nicole Mathis. Stephen James Lewis. Radonna Jan Burleson. John Andrews Clark. I haven't picked one of these. Oh, there's a John Bradley Slaughter. And last but not least, Nikki Paul Gailey. And your box.
Thank you. The box has been around for a few years.
So that's done then.
It's done. And I'll notify them, and as soon as we have a committee formed, I'll notify the court.
Okay. And my understanding is their job is to be the arbiters of a salary dispute.
For the elected officials, correct.
Oh, okay. Well,
And the elected officials are going to have to ask
I'm glad.
for a raise.
I'm glad you specified that because I thought this was just for everybody. So
No.
picking 9 public is a really good idea. Thank you, Andy. Okay, F, request to expend county clerk's management funds for a conference, Ms. Gento.
Okay. So, CJIS, which is what we run our whole court system by, even the NICS and the FBI, they're having a training in Austin. I'm going to the one in Austin. Tammy is going to the one in Dallas. We were going to try to go together, but it's during budget hearings, so we're going to split it up. So, and I'm asking for this to be paid for out of records management. It's completely doable. So, I need to move $1,000 out of equipment to the travel seminar line item. Loretta has, I believe, already made the adjustment because I told her I was on the agenda. So if I can just get permission to use that for CJIS training and to move the funds.
Motion. I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Maxwell, second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. So you and Tammy both are going?
Yes, separate times though.
Okay. And that's a CJIS conference. Okay. Discuss and consider accepting commissary report for January to December 2023. Sonia.
Yes, sir. This review, it covers the county inmate fund and commissary fund checking accounts for 2023. Everybody has been given a copy of the report. The report went really well. Everything's looking really good. There are some recommendations. There's some ledgers that still need to be cleared up, and it goes back to when net data started, when they are Tiger Commissary started, when they took over. There's corrections that have been since then that need to be taken care of. Other than that, it was really good. The consolidation of the cash drawers is going really good. We do recommend that deposits become daily like every other office. Other than that, it looked really great. Went pretty fast.
Hang on. Making a notation. Okay, any questions from any of the commissioners about the commissary review?
No.
I read the report, and the report seemed to be fine. The jailers have got a lot that they deal with down there on top of keeping up these funds, so that was a pretty good report, I thought. Motion to accept the review.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Maxwell.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 8, discuss and consider requesting unclaimed property capital credit from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts. Ms. Key.
Yes, Loretta needs a signature on this. The amount received depends on the number of requests the comptroller receives. This all goes to the Child Advocacy Center. We just need signature.
All this goes to the Child Advocacy Center?
This goes to the Child Advocacy Center.
There are only certain things you can do with the money. And this is what we usually choose to do with the money. Just donate it to the Child Advocacy Center.
How much have they gotten in the past?
Oh,
It varies.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah.
Okay. I need your signature by me, I guess.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Maxwell, second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Get that back.
Thank you.
I knew there was another one coming. Sunglass, shorten my signature. Okay, last item on the agenda. Discuss and consider taking action on acceptance of a second partial granted funded MHMR deputy and vehicle. Sheriff Wager.
So a couple years ago, we started talking with.
We have another motion to adjourn.
I'm gonna send my first MHMR deputy over here to talk to you.
We just come to start the fun.
We need their.
Are you done?
Before he started, he was so mean.
So a couple years ago, we started talking with Center for Life Resources about the need for a second MHMR deputy. We have one currently that's grant funded. The county does partially fund a matching portion of that, but the salary and fringe benefits are taken care of under a grant through Center for Life Resources. Our numbers are running second. We're only beat out by Brown County and Brownwood. We're number 2 in that whole Center for Life region, which I think is 19 counties or something to that effect.
And they have 2, don't they?
They have 2, and then Brownwood also has MHMR deputies, and they have a jail diversion program. They have the whole Center for Life down there too. So they have a lot, but we're running a close second to them in numbers. So there's a real need for us to have a second one. The call volume and the mental health issue has increased dramatically over the last several years. And our one guy just can't work 7 days a week and be on call 7 days a week, and so a second person is really needed. So
For the last 2 years.
For the last, yes, even before,
Yeah.
even when we were at Eastland, it was needed back then. So this is a deal that's been in the works and talks for quite a while, and they called me really out of the blue week before last, week before last, and said, we got approved for a second grant for a second deputy. So with that would come the other part of us. It would be pretty much exactly like the current MHMR deputy that we have, where we would provide the phone and the internet and the vehicle and all this other stuff to him as part of that matching grant. Then they called me and said, and they're wanting this to take place to start in September or October, which October 1 would be better for us. But in the meantime, they apparently already have some money that they were awarded for this, and they want to provide a vehicle. They want to buy a vehicle up to $65,000.
Wow.
For the MHMR deputy, which is great because I don't have a vehicle to put them in. So they told me to go ahead and start looking, and I said, well, I've got to talk to, we're on there's still more stuff to do for this. So they want to start looking, or want us to start looking for a vehicle and buy a vehicle. Of course, it costs about $75,000 for a vehicle and a complete upfit and all that stuff. But if we could just get a vehicle, and I've got some stuff we can put in there, and we can upfit it up to $65,000 and get what we can in there, and then we'll finish it out later, I think would be the way to go on that. If y'all approve the position at all. So what I've given you is the mental health deputy. This is what would be upcoming after that. If y'all stuck with the 5%, if not, then it would be lower than this. But this is what it'd be. This would be that $82,000 would be Center for Life's portion of that. And now we provide fuel and the Wi-Fi hotspots and training and vehicle maintenance is what's currently on our current MHMR budget. And that's what we match. So of course, the previous is what we're paying currently.
Okay.
But
requested would be for the 2.
I need to up the fuel, and this is all coming up in budget hearings. But I kind of have to do this first before that to even get approval of it. What I'd be requesting is to up the fuel, and we actually pay $600, not $500 a year for the internet service. It costs us $700 per person for our OSS training that we do. So, we have $35 for Justin on there. It really needs to be $700 because that's what it costs per person a year. And vehicle maintenance and actually that's oil changes, tires, that kind of stuff. So I would be asking to up it about $4,000, but whatever y'all think. I really think that we need the position very badly, and in order for us to get the grant funding to do it, we'll have to match like we're doing with Harris. Well, and the on the second page there is the budget, the actual budget from last year. This was the beginning of the budget. This is what's budgeted for and allotted for Harris's. Now we supplement a lot of Harris's stuff through the big budget on the sheriff's office, but for the grant requirements, that's kind of what we got to do.
And how long is the grant for?
I believe it's a biennial, so it's a 2-year.
Grant.
Yeah.
Well,
And they haven't had any.
Harris was the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
they've. I haven't been real keen on the state as far as how they've handled the mental health deal, but on the local grants, they've done pretty good as far as maintaining and stuff. Any questions for the sheriff?
I'll make the motion
Yeah.
What's your motion?
I'll
To-
second.
to accept this.
Accept
And
this.
that's, when you're accepting it, you're creating that second position. Okay. You, Crenshaw?
Yeah, and then Mr. Crenshaw was second. Now, I had a real quick question. So the difference on the budget is what we're going to consider for October 1? Is that what you're saying? Or are
So
you
this
saying,
is- this
or are you
is-
saying you need this now?
No, and this is kind of preliminary.
Yeah.
I still need to have. I've still got some meetings to have with them, and we've got to hash out a bunch of details. But I needed the approval of yes, y'all are gonna. We're okay with doing a second deputy, and then we're gonna work out the details at a future meeting. But I couldn't negotiate without having the approval for it. I just wanted y'all to see that what y'all would be looking at potentially. I don't want it to go into. Of course, I want it to go into effect today, but I don't want it to go into effect actually until October 1. Now, is that motion to also allow me to search for a vehicle? Because that is between now and October 1. So that would be happening immediately.
I would think
So,
so.
yes.
I think if they're going to give us a vehicle, we should.
Yeah.
Better grab it.
Yeah. Okay, great. And I will get back to y'all with more details as we
What
get.
kind of on the $65 grand? What kind of vehicle are you looking at?
I've got quotes at the moment. So we couldn't get Tahoes this year, so we quoted out 2 F-150 pickups, which will do us just fine too. We've got a couple pickups now that are working out pretty good. The company that I've got them through quoted me another F-150 if we decide to do that, and they'll be. This is an immediate, and then he said he actually has Tahoes that'll be here in August or September. So, and one's 51,000 and one's 51,430 and one's 49,848. So they're
The Tahoe's cheaper than F-150.
yeah by about $1,000. Well, not even that. Yeah, $1,000. Yeah. But you're rolling dice if you can actually get it in your hand.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Because everybody I talked to said, yeah, we can order your Tahoe, but you better have a backup plan. And I'm like, well, I'll just go with the backup plan because I know what that means, you know. So anyway, we have. I don't know that the pickup wouldn't be just as fine,
Okay.
and the potential for when they've kind of outlasted the law enforcement use to go be utilized somewhere else is better than a Tahoe. So.
Sheriff, I don't know if this would be interesting to you or whatever, but I'm gonna put in for a dump trailer this year. And I don't know if you would want to get a 3/4 ton where you could put a ball in it, because I was gonna get a gooseneck. And say y'all have floods or whatever, like the Monson need that, and you take the inmates and
I would love that, man, because we called around the last few weeks trying to find a dump trailer, somebody that had. We called all the cities, called call around different places that might have potentially had one, because that sure would have made short work of a bunch of stuff.
It would have. Over the years, I've seen it time and time again. Just like this week, if I had one, could have went and put the trees in instead of shoving them off the road and doing it twice or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember when y'all had that flood at La Mancha, all that carpet and debris, you could have just, you know.
So I still have the 3/4 ton that I was planning on getting rid of, but we don't drive it on a regular basis, and I decided to keep it for work, or if it gets banged up, if it gets whatever, who cares, kind of thing. We were going to get rid of it anyway, so we could easily put and it still runs. It's got over 200,000 miles on it, but it's 3/4 ton and it's 4-wheel drive, and so that would be good to put a ball in there, and you know, as often as we would be doing that, it'd be fine with that without having to spend a whole bunch of
I heard
money.
nothing but heard nothing but positive on the inmates being down there too. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, I've got a motion by Mr. Maxwell, second by Mr. Clinch. All those in favor say aye. I vote aye as well.
You guys, really appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Okay, one more motion.
Never,
And Kathy.
never motion to adjourn.
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
That's the first one ever.
What?
Who made the motion?
First one.
Huh?
Wow. Motion
James,
by Mr. Crenshaw, second by Mr. Wilson. All those in favor say aye. Post same sign.
nearly 12 years now, have never did the adjournment. I've always